Think you know the United Kingdom? Think again. This tiny corner of Northwest Europe punches far above its weight. Dramatic cliffs, secret deserts, ancient rocks older than life itself, and landscapes that will change how you picture Britain forever. Forget the cliches of castles, grey skies, and endless cups of tea. The UK is far more extreme, far stranger, and far more beautiful than most people ever imagine. So buckle up, from storm-battered islands and vanishing lakes to tidal waves that roll upstream. Here are the most incredible geography facts about the United Kingdom. Fact 1. Loch Ness, Britain's water monster. Loch Ness might be famous for its mythical monster, but the real monster is its sheer scale. This Scottish loch is 37 kilometers long, 230 meters deep, and so vast that it contains more water than every single lake in England and Wales put together. Imagine draining Windermere, Coniston, Ullswater, every last drop, and you'd still fall short. No wonder it inspires legends. Fact 2. The roaring whirlpool. Off western Scotland, the Corryvreckan whirlpool between Jura and Scarba is the third largest in the world. Waves tower over 9 meters, and currents rush at 16 kilometers per hour. Sailors once claimed they could hear it roar miles away like a furious sea monster. Even today, only expert skippers dare approach. Fact 3. Surf the River Severn. The Severn Bore is a tidal wave that surges up the River Severn several times a year, reaching 2 meters high and traveling for miles against the current. Surfers from around the world ride it, gliding for minutes instead of seconds, one of the longest natural waves on Earth. Fact 4. Scotland's ancient stones. The Louisian gneiss in northwest Scotland is nearly 3 billion years old, older than most life itself. These ancient rocks formed when Earth was still young, long before plants or animals existed. Standing on them is like touching the planet's original blueprint. Fact 5. Jurassic Coast, 185 million years in stone. Stretching 150 kilometers along southern England, the Jurassic Coast exposes 185 million years of Earth's history. Fossils from ancient seas, dinosaurs, and mammals appear in its cliffs. Every landslide and wave opens another chapter of a coastline that's a natural history book. Fact 6. St. Kilda's towering cliffs. The remote St. Kilda Islands rise 430 meters above the Atlantic waves, hosting millions of seabirds. Abandoned villages perch precariously on the cliffs, facing storms that sweep across Europe's most exposed ocean frontier. Fact 7. The Singing Sands. On the Isle of Eigg, each step on the singing sands produces squeaks, hums, or whistles. The phenomenon is caused by sand grains rubbing together under pressure. On windy days, the dunes seem alive, performing their own natural orchestra. Fact 8. The Vanishing Lake. Loch Arima in Northern Ireland fills and drains mysteriously within hours, thanks to underground limestone sinkholes. Locals call it haunted, but the real wonder is nature itself playing tricks. Fact 9. Pentland Firth, the raging strait. Between mainland Scotland and Orkney, the Pentland Firth channels tides at 16 kilometers per hour, creating whirlpools and standing waves. Deadly for ships, but perfect for tidal energy experiments. It's one of Europe's most powerful tidal races. Fact 10. Giant's Causeway, columns of fire. Northern Ireland's Giant's Causeway has 40,000 hexagonal basalt columns, formed 60 million years ago from cooling lava. Legends claim the giant Finn McCool built it as a bridge to Scotland. Myth and geology collide in one of the world's most surreal landscapes. Fact 11. White Cliffs of Dover. These gleaming chalk cliffs rise 110 meters, guiding sailors for centuries. Each cliff is made of billions of tiny fossilized sea creatures from 70 million years ago, turning geology into a visible historic beacon. Fact 12. Kinder Downfall, the upside-down waterfall. In the Peak District, Kinder downfall sometimes blows upwards in strong winds, looking like the mountain itself is spitting water into the sky. The dramatic effect has made it a photography favorite. Fact 13. Ben Nevis, Britain's tallest peak. Scotland's Ben Nevis rises 1,345 meters, crowned by a rugged plateau and frequent storms. From 1883 to 1904, a meteorological observatory recorded harsh conditions at the summit, testing the limits of endurance and science. Fact 14. Hidden underwater mountains. The Anton Dorn Seamount rises from the Atlantic seabed taller than Ben Nevis. Shrouded in cold, dark waters, it's home to rare corals, deep-sea fish, and unique ecosystems. Scientists call it a natural skyscraper under the ocean, proving the UK's geography extends far beyond what we see on land. Fact 15. Snowdonia's glacial sculptures. Wales's Snowdonia was carved by glaciers, leaving jagged peaks, U-shaped valleys, and hidden tarns. Astronauts once trained here for moon missions, practicing on a landscape shaped by ice and time, a place where human exploration meets Earth's raw power. Fact 16. Arthur's Seat, Edinburgh's volcano. This 350-million-year-old extinct volcano forms part of Edinburgh's skyline. From its summit, the city sprawls below, a blend of human architecture and ancient geology, a reminder that cities grow atop layers of time. Fact 17. St. Kilda puffins. Millions of puffins and seabirds flock to the cliffs of St. Kilda, creating a breathtaking spectacle of wings, nests, and sound. From above, the islands look alive, and from below, sheer cliffs hide colonies that thrive in complete isolation. A wildlife wonder unmatched in Europe. Fact 18. Dungeness, England's desert. In Kent, Dungeness is a gravelly desert unlike anything else in the UK. Sparse vegetation, unique wildlife, and windswept shingle create a lunar-like landscape. Add a nuclear power station, an off-grid artist community, and isolated pubs, and you have one of Britain's most surreal and haunting corners. Fact 19. Glacial lakes of Lochaber. The Highland glacial lakes, like Loch Leven and Loch Lochy, were carved by retreating ice sheets thousands of years ago. Deep, clear, and framed by jagged mountains, these lochs are both serene and dramatic, hiding myths, trout, and landscapes that seem frozen in time. Fact 20. The Southwest Coast Path. The 1,014-kilometer Southwest Coast Path is England's longest marked trail, hugging cliffs, beaches, and coves. It's one of the most accessible ways to experience Britain's rugged coastline and wild scenery. Fact 21. Rockall, the lonely granite. Floating in the North Atlantic, Rockall is a tiny granite outcrop, barely bigger than a car park, yet it has sparked international disputes with Ireland, Iceland, and Denmark. Imagine standing on a speck of rock surrounded by miles of raging ocean, one of the loneliest points on Earth. Fact 22. Loch Morar, deepest freshwater. Scotland's Loch Morar plunges 310 meters, making it the UK's deepest lake. Hidden in remote mountains, its dark, cold waters give it a mysterious aura, perfect for legends of lurking monsters, and far more eerie than its famous neighbor, Loch Ness. Fact 23. Ness Point, Britain's eastern edge. At Ness Point in Lowestoft, you stand at the easternmost tip of the UK. A marker points towards cities around the globe, a subtle reminder of Britain's reach across oceans, and a perfect spot for sunrise photography. Fact 24. Pednathai's Head, southernmost tip. The UK's true southern tip isn't on the mainland. It's Pednathai's Head, a lonely rock outcrop battered by Atlantic storms. Only seabirds call it home, quietly extending the nation's boundary into wild, untamed waters. Fact 25. Ben Nevis North Face, Britain's steepest slope. The north face of Ben Nevis rises 1,200 meters over just 1.9 kilometers, the steepest mountain slope in the UK. Fog, wind, and ice constantly test climbers, making it both awe-inspiring and intimidating. A true natural challenge. Fact 26. Holme Fen, Britain's lowest point. Holme Fen in Cambridgeshire sits 2.75 meters below sea level. Flat, quiet, and almost eerie, this landscape is the result of centuries of drained marshes and shrinking peat, a subtle reminder of how humans have reshaped the land. Fact 27. Wales Tongue Twister Village. Europe's longest place name is Lan Fair Pwel Gwyngael Gogarichwyrn Drob, Li Lanticilio Gogogoch. It roughly means St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool. Try saying that 3 times fast. Linguistic quirks meet history in one unforgettable village. Fact 28. Fingal's Cave. Nature's organ. The Isle of Staffa's Fingal's Cave has hexagonal basalt columns like the Giant's Causeway, but its echoing acoustics make it truly magical. Waves crash inside, creating sounds like thunder mixed with a pipe organ. A symphony written by nature itself. Fact 29. Stonehenge, a solar mystery. Stonehenge is more than a ring of stones. It's a prehistoric observatory. The massive stones align perfectly with the summer solstice sunrise, showing that 5,000 years ago, humans already had an advanced understanding of the sun and seasons. Fact 30. England's canals. More than Venice. Birmingham's canal network stretches over 160 kilometers, surpassing Venice. Once used to transport coal, iron, and goods during the Industrial Revolution, these hidden waterways still snake through the city, a watery reminder of Britain's engineering brilliance. Fact 31. Doggerland, Lost Land Bridge. 12,000 years ago, Britain was part of continental Europe, connected by Doggerland. Rising seas after the Ice Age slowly submerged it, creating the islands we know today. Imagine ancient humans walking where the North Sea now roars. Fact 32. Arctic Highlands. Scotland's highlands can feel like the Arctic. With snow even in summer and bitter winds atop jagged peaks, these mountains mimic polar tundra conditions, creating extreme environments in the heart of Europe. Fact 33. The UK's hottest spot, Coigby. On July 18, 2022, Coigby in Lincolnshire hit 40.3 degrees Celsius, the hottest temperature ever recorded in the UK. Concrete from RAF bases reflected heat back into the area, turning a normally mild landscape into Britain's very own Death Valley. Fact 34. Aurora Borealis in Scotland. The Northern Lights appear in Scotland too. Remote spots like the Cairngorms, Shetland, and Isle of Skye offer magical displays of green and purple auroras dancing across the sky, a rare treat far south of the Arctic Circle. Fact 35. Edinburgh's volcanic skyline. Edinburgh is literally built on extinct volcanoes. Arthur's Seat, Castle Rock, and Calton Hill are reminders that even urban centers sit atop the Earth's fiery past, blending city life with dramatic geology. Fact 36. The UK's longest river, Severn. The River Severn stretches 354 kilometers, flowing through Wales and England. Its estuary has the second highest tidal range in the world, creating dramatic surges and tidal waves that have fascinated humans for centuries. Fact 37. Swallowing sunsets, Bassenwaite Lake. In the Lake District, almost all lakes are called waters or meres, reflecting Norse and Old English roots. Only Bassenwaite Lake carries the formal title, a linguistic and historical twist in one of England's most poetic landscapes. Fact 38. Underwater chalk, Britain's reef. Off Norfolk lies the Kimmeridge Reef, Europe's longest chalk reef, stretching 32 kilometers underwater. Arches, ridges, and crevices house vibrant marine life, a secret kingdom beneath the waves. Fact 39. Lost seagrass meadows. The UK has lost 92% of its seagrass beds in the past century. These meadows absorb carbon up to 35 times faster than tropical rainforests, protect coastlines, and provide habitats for rare species. A hidden hero of climate and marine life. Fact 40. Poison Garden, nature's dark side. The Poison Garden in Alnwick, Northumberland, hides over 100 toxic plants. Some induce hallucinations, others are lethal, and visitors can only enter with a guide. Beauty and danger collide in one extraordinary garden. And there you have it, 40 mind-blowing facts proving the UK is far stranger, wilder, and more beautiful than anyone ever imagined. From roaring whirlpools and towering peaks to hidden deserts and ancient rocks, this tiny island packs a world of surprises. So next time you think of Britain, forget the cliches. It's extreme, mysterious, and endlessly fascinating. If these facts amazed you, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a single mind-blowing discovery.